Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you how to make my super easy and delicious ROSCA de tamal. So if you want to learn how I make it, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Alrighty guys, so here I already have all of my ingredients. As always, it will be listed in the description box. So with that being said, let's begin cooking. Okay, so we're going to begin by cooking our meat. I'm using my pressure cooker. So that we're going to add our 3 pounds of chuck tender roast. And just make sure you cut them into large chunks. So that we're going to add our salt, peppercorn, onion, garlic, and bay leaf. Going to cover it with our water. Cover it and pressure cook on high for 50 minutes. Okay, so once our meat is done, it should be nice and tender. So we're just going to remove it from the pot and remove the bay leaf, the onion, and garlic as well. Okay, so set the meat to the side so we can shred it. And now to our broth, we're going to add our clean chile pods. Got my chile ancho, my New Mexico. And we're just going to soak them for 5 minutes. Okay, so once the chiles have softened, transfer them to the blender cup. Okay, now strain the broth. Okay, to a blender cup, we're going to add our piece of onion, garlic cloves, cumin, oregano, and 3 cups of broth. Now we're going to be blending until smooth. Okay, so once we have our chile colorado, set it to the side so we can shred the meat. Okay, so once we have our meat all nice and shredded, now we can get ready to put it all together. Okay, now returning to the pot over saute setting, we're going to heat up a little bit of oil. And once the oil is nice and hot, we're going to add our sauce. Strain if you need to. Going to be adding a little bit more broth to my blender cup. Now we're just going to bring it to a simmer. Once our sauce comes to a simmer, taste it for salt and see if you need to adjust it. For me, this is perfect. So we're just going to be reserving half a cup of the sauce. And now we can add all of our meat. Okay, and just mix it together and allow it to cook for 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, our filling is done. So now we're going to turn it off, set it to the side, and allow it to cool down. Okay, now to make our masa, we're going to begin by creaming down our 8 ounces of lard. Going to be using my stand mixer. So just put it over medium speed and allow it to beat for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of baking powder and salt. And now we're going to add our maseca for tamales and our beef broth. And just alternate between the maseca and the broth until you have added all 4 cups of maseca and 6 cups of the broth. Once you have added the 6 cups of broth, this is what it should look like. So now we're just going to turn up the speed to medium-high and allow it to beat for 15 minutes. Okay, so after 15 minutes, our masa should be done. Of course, we're going to test it to make sure that it passes the float test. So grab your cup of water, a little bit of the masa. Okay, and if it floats, it is done. So now we're just going to allow it to rest for 20 minutes. Okay guys, so after 20 minutes, we can now get ready for the fun part, and that's making a ROSCA de tamal. So here, I already lightly greased my bun pan. Now we're going to be adding half of our masa. So just make sure that it is nice and even. Okay, now with our spatula, we're going to move some of the masa to the sides to create kind of like a hole where we're going to be placing our filling. Okay, so now we can place our filling over the masa. Okay, just make sure that it's nice and even. Okay, once we added our filling, we're going to top it with the rest of our masa. Now we're going to be covering it with some corn husk. Here I already have them pre-soaked. Feel for the soft side and place it over the masa. Okay, so once we have that, cover it with foil. Okay, now we can take it to the stove. So now we're just going to place our pan over our pot. Going to set it over medium heat. And just make sure that it is completely covered and allow it to steam for 55 minutes. Okay, so after 55 minutes, our ROSCA de tamal should be done. Of course, just make sure that you check it. Okay, and it is done. So we're just going to turn it off. Allow it to rest between 15 to 20 minutes before removing it from the pot and flipping it over. Okay, so after a few minutes, we can now get ready to get our rosca de tamal out of the bun pan. So get your cutting board or your serving plate and flip it over. Okay. And just remove the pan and just like that. Okay, and just drizzle it. And of course you can always top it with some crema mexicana, but just like that, we can now get ready to serve. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part,
the taste test.
So we are so ready. Let me tell you guys, if you have never made tamales and you're intimidated, make this recipe, okay? I promise you it's going to be perfect. You're going to definitely surprise your family members. And honestly, this is so delicious. So are you ready?
Yes.
I am ready. Let me tell you that the masa is so nice, so moist, so fluffy. The filling, saucy, super flavorful. Honestly, the best. So I hope you give it a try and enjoy it just as much.
Can't get it.
Cheers and enjoy. The masa just melts in your mouth. So good. How is it?
Really good.
Is it spicy?
No, it just needs to cook with it.
Your Coke. But honestly, you guys, I hope you give it a try. This is not your traditional tamal, but it's seriously super fun and so easy. Alrighty guys, and there you have it on how to make a super easy and delicious rosca de tamal. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if you like this recipe, please don't forget to tag me in any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.